This is what to do if you are getting lowballed with your job offer, or if they're offering you a salary that's not as high as what you wanted. And this is basically happening for two reasons. So you can go ahead and use the timestamps below to skip to the reason that fits your situation the best. Now, the first reason this is happening is that they just weren't able to meet your compensation expectations, or the second reason is that they were able to pay you what you wanted, but then you realize that you could have got more money. So go ahead and skip to the section that applies to you, but I do want to point out that I've watched quite a few other videos on YouTube talking about how to renegotiate your package if you get lowballed, and I don't agree with a lot of the advice, which is why I made this video. A lot of other coaches are recommending you talk to your recruiter and say something like, upon reflecting on the market, or after interviewing with other companies, I've gotten a better sense of the market and now I want more money. But this isn't going to work because all your recruiter has to do is say, oh, that's interesting. Well, why don't you go ahead and show me those other job offers that pay you more, and then we can talk. And obviously, if you're able to get multiple job offers and have them compete with each other, then you don't have to worry about this situation at all. You don't even have to watch this video. So let's talk about the first situation, which is that for whatever reason, you told the recruiter what your compensation expectations were, and then they weren't able to pay you what you wanted, or they lowballed you. Well, first, I made this really short video explaining what the base salary ranges in these online job postings really mean, and what that means for you when you're interviewing, applying, and talking about your base salary expectations. So you should definitely watch that video first. And so if they're offering you a base salary that's not even in that base salary range in their job posting, you definitely need them to explain why. Or if they are offering you a base salary that's in that range, but it's not the highest number that's shown there, you should also ask what it would take in order to increase your base salary to the top of the range. Now, all of this could be based on the level of the role that they're choosing to hire at and the level that they believe you are. So what you can do is ask to be interviewed at the higher level so you can get access to that upper range of the base salary. That way they're going to have more data in order to make an informed decision about what level to bring you in at within their company. Now, if the base salary of what they're offering you is actually less than what you currently make today, then you should tell them that. You should tell them that this is lower than your current base salary and that you plan on declining the offer because it doesn't make financial sense to you. And remember, we typically don't recommend that you share your base salary because it gives away some of your leverage points, but if your base salary is actually higher than what they're offering you, then they should know that, because this obviously doesn't make financial sense and you would never accept this job offer. That would then force them to either increase their base salary or increase other parts of the package. Otherwise, they know that you're just not going to accept this offer. And quite honestly, you should be prepared to decline the job offer if you're going to be taking a pay cut. And once the recruiter knows that this is actually less pay than what you make now, what you should start doing is continue to keep interviewing with other companies, and you should stall out, because the recruiter is going to need time to figure out if they can increase your package in other ways, and you can use that time to go ahead and finish interviews with other companies. And the best way to stall without burning any bridges or giving them a sense that you're not interested is to ask for a few days to think about things and come up with questions. Then after those few days, schedule a call, go through some questions, gather more information, and then tell them you want a few more days to think about it. Then don't proactively reach out on your own, wait for the recruiter to message you a few days later, then tell them you're really busy with work or other projects or other things or personal travel, vacation, and that you want to schedule another call in a few more days. And just like that, you've bought yourself a week or sometimes even 2 weeks to finish other interviews. And if they keep pushing you to make a decision, you can always tell them that you're going to need at least a day or two more just to think on it. Okay, so now let's talk about what to do in the second situation, which is you told them what you wanted to get paid and they actually gave you that number, but then you realized you left money on the table and you could have gotten more money. And this does happen because maybe you can get more information and data, like you talk to a friend who works at that company, or you talk to other people who work in similar jobs in other companies and you realize that they're getting paid way more than you, or you look at salary.com or levels.fyi. Now, unfortunately, you can't just ask for more money here because you already kind of shot yourself in the foot. And just simply saying that you got more information in the market or that you looked at some website like glassdoor.com doesn't give you any leverage to make them want to pay you more money. Remember, because you told them what you wanted and they gave it to you exactly what you wanted. So you need to give them a reason to want to increase your package. And obviously the easiest way to do that is to go out and get another job offer. So you can go ahead and follow the same steps that I talked about in the first section, which is stalling and buying more time by asking for a few days to think about it and then scheduling another call a few days out after that and then waiting for them to reach out to you and not reaching out to them. But be warned. In this case, they gave you the money that you wanted, and And so if you keep stalling for too long, they're going to know that something's up and that you're not super interested in their job offer anymore, and they're probably going to consider either taking the offer back, or they're going to definitely talk to their other backup candidates and maybe give an offer to them because they already kind of know you're not interested. So when you are communicating with the recruiter or the hiring manager via email or on the phone, make sure you continue to express how excited you are about the opportunity, but you want to also make sure that it makes financial sense for you. And in order to give them a reason to want to increase your package, you could consider getting a counteroffer from your current company. Or you could just say that you got a counteroffer from your other company. But be warned, you can only get a counteroffer from your current company one time. And it is super risky, and it could hurt your team morale and how your boss views you if you continue to stay there. Because remember, it's going to be awkward if you choose to stay at your company after you get a raise, because your boss already knows that you don't really want to be there and you were interviewing at other places, and you had to leverage this to make more money, and no one really likes being put in that type of situation as a boss. And since they know that they just had to give you a raise just to keep you around and you don't really want to be there, then the following year when you're up for your promotion or your performance review cycle, you may not even get that much of a raise because they already just gave you one. So why would they give you another one? So yeah, unfortunately, because you told them what you wanted, you made a big mistake because they were able to actually give you the money that you asked for. And so in this case, your best scenario is to get a competing offer from another company or to get a counter offer from your current company. But just be warned about all these things that I talked about. All right, so this is what you can do if you get lowballed with your job offer, or if you realize that you left some money on the table. Let me know what tactics have worked for you down in the comments. And then if you have any other questions that you're curious about in your job search, I'd love to make a video and help you out. Thank you all for watching, and don't be afraid to shake things up.